Hello, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I decided to keep watching some of the original, older Marvel films that I've never seen before in honor of Stan Lee. I'm starting to regret it, though, because this time I sat down and watched The Punisher! Not from 2004 or whenever the Ray Stevenson one was, and not the Netflix show. No, I'm talking about the 1989 film that was directed by Mark Goldblatt, and it stars Dolph Lundgren as Frank Castle, the Punisher. And man, oh man, the plot of this movie is that you see Frank Castle at the very beginning. He's already the Punisher. His family was already killed in a car bomb. So he's going around going after criminals, and he gets stuck in the middle of this war between the mob and the Japanese Yakuza. So you see him going through and trying to take these gangs out. Now, this film is not good. It's not, and I was hoping it would be a little better than what I last watched, Howard the Duck. I hope that maybe because of who it stars, because of the year it came out, maybe there would be some 80s cheesy charm to it and I would have some fun with it. Dolph Lundgren, I like as an actor. I think he's better nowadays, surprisingly, because when you watch him here, he's very stiff, he's very wooden, he's very just one lines here and there, very quiet, and maybe that's how you kind of want to have the Punisher. But I also didn't feel a whole lot of emotion with him when it comes to the death of his family. They show quick flashes of it, but that's really it. They don't delve too deep into him as a person or his backstory, which is surprising because, yeah, sure, now, all these decades later, we know the Punisher. We know his story. We know him inside and out. So you don't need it. But this movie was before all of that. This movie almost expects you to know everything behind him. And when you compare this to the other superhero film that came out in 1989, Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, it's night and day. It's like one gets it so right and the other one fails on a lot of levels. There was a couple moments where Lundgren gave some 80s one-liners, but I feel like they should have leaned more into it. I feel like they should have went full cheese, because why not? For the most part, they try to keep it serious, but that's what made it dull and got me bored through a lot of it. Another cast member, Gossett Jr., he plays Jake Berkowitz, and he was a cop who was going after Frank Castle. He had a history with him, like he knows that Frank used to be a cop. I thought there could have been something interesting there. The character won me over when you get to a part where he gets kidnapped by the mob himself, and the way how he tricks one of the guys to get out of the handcuffs is so genius, so hilarious. I end up liking that guy from that point forward, just the way he outsmarted him. And then once he got out of the handcuffs, when another mobster was coming in with pizza, he knocks him out and then eats the pizza as he leaves. I'm like, yes, you're cool. You're very cool. Also, Nancy Everhard plays Sam, who I know I've seen this actress before in other stuff, but for some reason, just watching her here, I didn't think she was good at all. Her delivery was very just blah and bland. There was a few other actors that I just didn't think were giving good performances. I like the idea of the mobsters versus the Yakuza. It was very interesting. Clash of cultures, clash of styles, and the Japanese only use guns once in a while, but they, for most part, used like swords and really went full hardcore in that way. But ultimately, like there's one scene where Frank Castle just shows up and there's a bunch of ninja guys, trained martial arts guys, who you think maybe he's gonna have to fight some of them, and no, he just mows them all down with the gun and kills like 30 people. And you're like, holy crap. Sure, it's kind of badass, but I thought they wasted some of that martial arts parts that they could have had. It is rated R. It is violent. It is bloody, sure. But it is that 80s violence that, yeah, sure, it's practical. So there's that. But some of the deaths, the actors, the stunt guys who are being killed are just, it's acted in very cheesy ways. So it never really was all that believable. But I think the biggest sin that this movie makes, well, maybe after being boring, because a Punisher movie or a superhero movie should not be boring. But the Punisher, Frank Castle, did not wear his skull on his shirt. That was very upsetting. It's signature, it's classic, it's what you want to see from Frank Castle. It's a huge wasted marketing missed opportunity that they didn't do it. I don't know why. Maybe they wanted to pretend like it was just a random 80s action film and didn't want to be associated with superheroes or Marvels. Maybe it was the director's choice. Who knows? But I was about to go frantically look for my Punisher shirt for this review, but once you realize that they don't even care to use it in the movie, I said, fuck it, I'm going with Superman. So guys, clearly I did not care for the Punisher, not really at all. It was a chore to get through. I'm punishing myself watching these earlier Marvel films. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this movie. What do you think of it? Who's your favorite Punisher? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!